Hey, welcome to Ken's Cardboard. Hope you're having a great day. It's Sunday afternoon. Just chilling out today. Spent a lot of my weekend yesterday hanging out with family. Sometimes it gets tiring, but today we're gonna look at some baseball cards, and I also have a yearbook that I found. We're updating you on my 1978 Topps collection. I have been picking up a few cards here and there, but it's been a while since I've updated you. Maybe you guys care, maybe you don't care. I don't know. I am collecting the 1978 Topps cards in an SGC 7 or higher of all the All-Stars, all the Hall of Famers, and all of the award winners of the 1977 season, which the 1978 card represents. I'm also collecting the league leaders cards, the record breaker cards, a couple of team cards of the Dodgers and the Yankees who were in the World Series. I have about 11 more to go after this stack, so getting closer. I think there's close to like 60 to 65 cards from the set that I'm collecting. But that's what I'm going to do. A little bit of vintage from the 70s. There's a lot of talk going on recently about modern versus vintage. I don't understand why there's a versus in that. There's modern and vintage. Why do people have to be like, I don't know, like different or against one another? Like, I collect all cards from all different genres, years, eras, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what other people collect. I mean, maybe it's just people doing it for clickbait so they can have something to talk about and, you know, converse. You know, if you like a card from a modern era, great. If you like one from a vintage era, great. Why is it like you can't have one or the other? I don't know. Lots of drama going on with that. Don't know why. I like them from both for different reasons. I like the nostalgia from cards from the 80s. I like in the 70s when I was born. I like the old vintage cards from the history that I read about sports, like in hockey and baseball. I like the modern cards for the images and cool looking card designs that are out there today. And I like to follow great players like Shohei Ohtani, Mike Trout, Bo Bichette, one of my favorite players to watch, Charlie Blackmon, you know. So to each his own. Everybody can collect what they want. There's no modern versus vintage. It's just baseball cards. It's all a hobby. Maybe we can talk about this further in some other videos, but let's get to the cards, because that's what you want to see, right? No one wants to hear me yapping away. So why am I collecting this set, by the way? Well, 1978 was the first year that I went to a baseball game, and it was the first pack of cards I opened up, and I got it at a LA Dodgers baseball game, and I thought I'd pick up this yearbook from 1978, and it was the first year that I went to a Major League Baseball game. I remember specifically that was the first time I ever got cards, because I still have the cards from that time, that frame, and I remember that's where I got them from. I don't remember how much they cost. I don't even remember the pack being red. Here's the 1978 Topps pack, but don't even remember that. I just remember opening the pack and getting the cards, and I still have the stack of them. This magazine is pretty interesting with some of the, advertisements, that you get. But I thought the coolest thing in here was looking at some of the rookies that are the folks that are in the farm system in here. Let's see if I can find the page. Here we go. We got Pedro Guerrero. This is like 1977, so Pedro Guerrero was in the minor league system. We also had Jeffrey Leonard, Dave Stewart, Smoke, Rick Sutcliffe. The Dodgers had a pretty good farm system. They got Ron Washington as well. So yeah, got the 40-man roster here.
take a peek at that. Pause if you want to see who's on the roster. There you go, the 1978 Dodgers, Dogs, and Bud. And Peanuts. That says it all. So there you go, 1978 yearbook. I'll maybe get into that a little bit further. I haven't read everything in there yet. Just read a couple things from that. Just got that in the mail yesterday. All right, let's go through some of the cards I picked up from the 78 set. So some of these are getting harder to find, and some of them I have some that are not graded yet that I'm going to send into SGC, if SGC still hangs around for a few more weeks before I have a chance to send them in. But first up is a Ted Simmons card, and I have this card from one of the packs that I opened, but it wasn't in this condition because I handled it many times. So Ted Simmons recently entered into the Hall of Fame in the last few years. So I like how these cards, they have some all-time, notes in the back, and then sometimes they just have a little blurb about one game where he came off the bench to deliver a pinch 2-run single. So cool. Ted Simmons. This was a card, and that card wasn't hard to find, but it's just a lot of them that came up were overpriced in my opinion. So got that one an 8. Here's a card that I have been looking for a long time. Rod Carew. Not my favorite image of him, but still like the card design. I like the cool helmets the Twins had in 1977. Rod won the 6th AL batting title for his 1977 Twins and set an all-time club mark for hits. So imagine that Carew is still the all-time hit leader for the Twins. Maybe not. I'd have to check that out. If someone knows, maybe they can let me know. There we go. Mr. Rod Carew, Hall of Famer, deserves it. Next up is a World Series card. If you don't know, the Yankees won the World Series in 1977 against the Dodgers. Reggie and Yankees reign supreme. That's Reggie. I don't know if this is the year that he was named Mr. October, but it's the year he hit 3 home runs in one game. In the October, he had 5 home runs, 8 RBIs, batted .450. He was 10 and 9 for 20. So he pretty much, led the Yankees. That's that legend, Reggie Jackson. I don't always think of him as a Yankee, but I think of him as with the A's as well. And, Angels. Here we go. Mr. Lou Brock. So this card, people wanted like a fortune for this one, but I finally found one on auction that came up that I got it at a good deal. And most of these cards I think I got less than between $20 and $30. It's, twice the card of what it costs to get it graded, so not too bad. But I just like to have them all framed up in these SGC holders. So Lou Brock in 1977 became the all-time stolen base leader. Do you know who he passed? If you can guess, let me know in the chat before I turn it around. The answer is Mr. Ty Cobb was the all-time stolen base leader of 892 stolen bases. A few years later, Mr. Rickey Henderson surpassed Lou Brock as the all-time stolen base leader, which I don't think ever will be broken. Coming up, we got 2 Red Sox that are added to the collection. Both of them all-stars, like the Rod Carew. First up, we got Mr. Rick Burleson. Kind of not a Hall of Famer, but all-star that year. He had a decent career, born in California. He became the leadoff hitter for the Red Sox at the second half of the season. And, I guess he was doing pretty good for the first part because he made the all-star team. So there's a Rick Burleson in a 7. I don't know why this one got a 7, but we'll take it to add to the collection. And here is a nice one here. Carlton Fisk. Both great catchers of the 70s. and 80s. Both Hall of Famers and All-Star. Fisk had a great career for the Red Sox. Finished up with the White Sox. But, yeah, Red Sox have a lot of cards in this, with All-Stars or Hall of Famers in this set, including Yaz and Rice and Burleson and Fisk. I think there's one other Red Sox in there too, but there's the update on my collection. I think I need about 11 more, I may have mentioned already, to finish my run of this set, and then I'll be on to some other project. Don't know what that project is yet, but it'll be something, because collecting is in my blood. And I'm gonna continue to do it until who knows when. Thanks for watching, everybody, and hope you have a great week up ahead. Peace.